As with everything else, there's already plenty of general introductory overviews of the Sorinex gripper and crush booster. What this is instead is my take on modifications I needed to do to make it more user-friendly and functional. Here's their model with the 1-inch handles, and based on someone's review liking the 3/4 inch, I ordered those knowing that I could always go larger but not smaller to make the handles fit best for me. Now, since unlike other things we do with iron by way of working out, this particular unit is all about intense compression, and your fingers are the least insulated part of your body. So you don't want that really hard compression on the capillary beds in the tissues. You're doing yourself damage there. So what I did was I put pipe cover wrapping up top for comfort and a little more fattening, but that compresses real good so it doesn't stay as thick as it looks. Underneath, baseball bat wrapping for a somewhat more thicker but much more comfortable no-slip grip down below. Now what I found it really needed help was the auxiliary crush booster component. In the Joe Kinney tradition, they put that in there, which is good to have, but the first problem is that the top of the two handles is much too short at 4 inches. You can see in their promo pic how it's digging into the heel of the hand of their demo guy. Also at 3/4, it's circumference-wise too small. And then underneath, they've got the much longer handle, but I don't know why that hook is so long on there. It's not needed to be that hooked in order to contain by any means the very good bands that come with the unit. And if you want to old school it and put plates on there, you can only put two 1 1/4 plates on there as is. So the first photo I'll show after this is the modification for the upper handle, and then I'll show what I did for the modification on the lower handle. Voila! I was going to have my blacksmith swap it out and put a 1-inch by 6-inch length of cast iron on there, but then I was rooting around my workbench and I found a scooter handle, and it's 6 inches long. It has a 3/4 inch hole in the middle, so I was able with a rubber mallet to just knock it on there, and it's real snug. Much better than cast iron because it's made for functional ergonomic comfort of the hand, being a scooter handle. Okay, so by way of material and shape, it's really optimal, and it also has that dimpling on there for no slip, and raw cast iron is very slippery. Here's a view of the handle in action on the crush booster, and you can see the further advantage of the flange in the back that keeps your hand in place at the heel. So also you see that I put some further pipe tape on the bottom handle for better comfort. So now I've got a much more user-friendly handle and 6 inches worth, rather than, again, the small 4-inch handle with limited mobility back and forth to work the bottom handle. This pic shows that I hacked off about half of that hook I was talking about earlier, and as a result, you'll see in the next pic, I can load on a 5-pound plate as well as a additional 1 1/4 or even 2 1/2 if I wanted to. And better than dealing with plates is just a one-stop shop kettlebell. Here's a 20-pound thick-handled kettlebell fitting snugly on there. And unfortunately, unlike a rubber ball, neither the gripper nor the booster works your thumb per se, so I end a workout by just getting one of the finger squeezers, stabilizing it as depicted so that you can just isolate your thumb and crank out some reps there. And finally, even though this little exercise has been devoted to how I think their equipment can be improved on, this particular piece of equipment anyway, I worked with Tex Henderson, and he was outstanding in pushing my order through, even though the pandemic had their staff scaled down and they already had a major military order in the hopper.